What does it take to explain the biggest, most confusing era in Marvel history? From Wanda's grief to Loki's timelines and Doctor Strange's madness, every show and movie since Endgame has been part of one massive story. This is the Multiverse Saga, Phases 4, 5, and 6, explained simply and finally, all in one place. Because when the universe breaks, the only way out is to build something new. Phase 1, Fracture. This is where the Multiverse Saga begins, not with battles or portals, but with grief. After Endgame, Wanda Maximoff loses everything. To cope, she traps an entire town and creates a fake life where Vision is alive and they have kids. But when Agatha Harkness exposes her illusion, Wanda unlocks her true power as the Scarlet Witch. Instead of finding peace, she turns to a dark magic book, the Darkhold, and unknowingly causes the first crack in reality. While Wanda breaks reality, Loki breaks time. The 2012 version of Loki escapes with the Tesseract and ends up in the TVA, an agency that controls timelines. With Mobius, he discovers the truth. The timeline is fake. When his variant, Sylvie, kills the man behind it all, he who remains, the multiverse splits apart. Then comes Doctor Strange. When he meets America Chavez, a girl who can travel between universes, he learns reality is collapsing. At the center of it is Wanda, now corrupted by the Darkhold and desperate to find her lost children. She destroys worlds, kills the Illuminati, and finally sees the truth. Her children fear her. Realizing what she's become, she ends it all, bringing down the mountain on herself. Phase 1 isn't about heroes or villains. It's about power-breaking rules and emotion-breaking worlds. The multiverse didn't begin with a bang, it began with heartbreak. Phase 2, Rebuild. When the chaos finally settled, the world looked familiar, but it wasn't the same. The old heroes were gone, and a new generation had to step into the mess the multiverse left behind. Sam Wilson didn't want to be the next Captain America. The weight of the shield felt impossible to carry, but when the world needed a leader, he rose to the challenge. His story wasn't about super soldiers, it was about legacy. By the end, Sam didn't just wear the stars and stripes, he gave them new meaning. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi was discovering who he really was. Raised by a powerful warlord and haunted by his past, he faced his destiny when he took control of the 10 rings, ancient weapons filled with cosmic energy. When he claimed them, the rings sent a mysterious signal across dimensions, another crack in reality. In Black Widow, Natasha finally faced her past. She destroyed the Red Room and freed the women trapped there, passing the torch to her sister, Yelena. It was the end of one story and the start of another. But nothing hit harder than Spider-Man: No Way Home. After his identity was exposed, Peter Parker's life fell apart. To fix it, he asked Doctor Strange for help, and instead tore open the multiverse. Old villains returned, and so did 2 other Spider-Men. Together, they restored order, but Peter had to make the ultimate sacrifice. He erased himself from everyone's memory. No friends, no family, no fame, just Spider-Man. This phase was about rebuilding, not the world, but identity. Every hero had to ask the same question: who are you when everything is gone? The multiverse wasn't just a theory anymore, it was a reflection, showing who they could become and what they might lose to get there. Phase 3, Decay. Just when the heroes began to find their balance, everything started breaking again. The multiverse wasn't growing, it was falling apart. In Moon Knight, we meet a man at war with himself. Stephen Grant and Mark Spector share one body, both tied to the Egyptian god Khonshu. Their fight isn't about saving the world, it's about surviving their own mind. By the end, the line between God and man is gone, adding another layer of chaos to a universe already splitting apart. Then comes Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Wanda's grief turns into destruction as she tears through realities, killing anyone in her way. The Illuminati fall. Strange becomes a zombie version of himself, and what's left of reality barely holds together. Back on Earth, Ms. Marvel brings the multiverse closer to home. Kamala Khan learns her powers don't come from alien tech. She's part mutant, part cosmic anomaly. It quietly confirms what's been building all along. The walls between universes are breaking, and in Thor, love and thunder, even gods aren't safe. As Thor faces the loss of Jane, the story shifts from adventure to heartbreak. It's another reminder that power always comes with pain. By now, one truth is clear. The Multiverse Saga isn't about creation anymore. It's about to collapse. Every hero is fractured, every world unstable, and every victory feels temporary. Phase 4. Rebirth. Out of the chaos, a new order starts to form, not from gods or geniuses, but from the ones who survived. In Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, grief turns into purpose. After King T'Challa's death, Shuri steps out of her brother's shadow and finds strength in her pain. Her battle with Namor isn't just about winning, it's about healing. When she chooses mercy over revenge, she restores balance to Wakanda and gives the world hope again. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania dives into the heart of the Multiverse Saga, Kang, a conqueror trapped in the quantum realm, building empires across time. Scott Lang, the most ordinary Avenger, faces him head-on. He wins, but barely. And as he walks away, he isn't sure if Kang is really gone. In space, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 brings closure instead of chaos. Rocket's story becomes the emotional center of the saga, a tale of pain, survival, and kindness. When the Guardians part ways, it feels like the end of a family, not just a team. On Earth, Secret Invasion brings paranoia back. The Skrulls have infiltrated governments and replaced world leaders. This time, the real danger isn't an alien army, it's not knowing who you can trust. And then comes Loki, Season 2. Time itself is breaking, and Loki does the unthinkable. He sacrifices everything to save it. He becomes the god of stories, holding the timelines together, alone at the edge of reality. Rebirth in the multiverse. Saga doesn't come from power, but from pain and sacrifice. The old heroes are gone, but their choices are shaping something new. Phase 5. Collision. Worlds converge. The timelines aren't just breaking anymore, they're colliding. Heroes from every corner of the universe are being pulled together, ready or not. In the Marvels, the stories of space, science, and legacy finally connect. Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan share a strange bond. Every time one uses her powers, they switch places. It's chaotic, but it forces them to work as one. Together, they restore balance to a universe that's been falling apart. But victory comes at a cost. Monica sacrifices herself to close a breach and wakes up in another reality, face to face with the X-Men. Back on Earth, Echo brings the focus back to people. Maya Lopez returns home to confront Wilson Fisk, the kingpin who shaped her life. Her power isn't from magic or science, it's memory. By forcing Fisk to face his own pain, she breaks his hold over her and walks away free. But Kingpin survives, changed, and New York's criminal world starts to stir again. Meanwhile, Deadpool and Wolverine push the multiverse to its breaking point. The TVA recruits Deadpool to fix a collapsing reality, and he drags a reluctant Wolverine along for the ride. What starts as a mission becomes destruction. They rip through timelines, meet forgotten heroes, and expose the fragility of the multiverse. By the end, they've opened the door to something even bigger: secret wars. The chaos isn't random anymore. Every story, every world, every hero is being pulled toward one final collision. No matter the universe, the heroes, or the faces, the story always survives. Because the MCU isn't just about saving worlds, it's about reminding us that every ending is just another beginning.